Gentlemen, we invite you to please stand for the presentation of colors by the Moreno Valley High School Junior ROTC Color Guard, followed by the National Anthem performed by Ana Montejano, 9th grade student at Vista del Lago High School. And we ask that you please remain standing until the Color Guard has left the auditorium.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. You may be seated. To open this evening's event, we would like to share a video that we played at our State of the District earlier this year. This song represents the work you have all done this past year. Please enjoy.
You're the engine that makes all things thank you all for being patient with us. So I'd like to introduce our Board of Education. All of them are not here with us tonight, but all of them are here. They just all couldn't be here physically this evening, and we thank them for their service, their dedication, and their commitment to our school district. They are excellence on purpose, and we shine brighter because of them. I'd like for them to stand when I introduce you. I'd like for you to turn around and wave at all the people here, like this, and you can even move a little. But it's up to you. You don't have to if you don't want to. I just want you to know that people like to see you, and they like to know that you got something, got what you're doing. So Mrs. Smith is our board president. No, you're not. You're our board vice president. Now, y'all, Mr. Johnson is still the board president, and he wanted to be here this evening, but it just was not possible. So I just want you to know he cares a great deal about you. Then seated by her is Miss Brandy Clark, who is one of our newest board members. And then seated next to her is Mr. Jesus Holguin, board member. And if it were, possible, she would have been here, Ruth Self-Williams, but it wasn't possible. But she's here in spirit, and she wanted you to know. She called me today, and she said, please let them know how much I love them and I care about them, and I can't wait to see them again in person. So thank you, Board of Education, and thank you for the service and support you provide our community. All right. Now I want y'all to know it's hard for me to follow a script, and I'm unscripted. So there is a script up here, but I'm just watching the slides go up, and I'm thinking, I guess it's my turn to do something else, So and I like, that it's there like that. There's a little screen down here, so it's kind of cool, You should be up here. You should feel what this is like. Some of you will be later on. So our executive cabinet is here, the superintendent's cabinet, the people that, they are amazing. I want you to know they lead the teams of people in our district, and they help us achieve excellence on purpose and shine brighter, and help us to reimagine what education should be like for each of their teams. So representing them tonight, they're up there, do you see them, is Dr. Esperanza Arce, who's the Chief Academic Officer. And then next to her, and that picture up there, is none other than our Chief Business Official, Susanna Lopez. That's why you come to these things, because you don't always get to meet all these people. And you think, who does that? Who gets the money? How do I get my paycheck? That's what happens in each of these places. And then the person who really, gets you in the door and helps you stay here, Dr. Robert Verdi, our Chief Human Resources Officer. Oh yeah. So y'all know that we have a vision and a mission, and that's important because without that we don't know where we're headed. Sometimes we have to look at this once in a while, Jolynn and Connie, and say to ourselves, we got a mission, we got a vision, we got 11 commitments, and we need to follow those and help people see and stay on the path, right? So our vision is to empower students to become future ready and positively impact the world. And I hope by what you see here tonight, by the students that perform and the students that you've seen, but also the people who teach them in the videos that you'll watch, you'll see students who are doing that because of the teachers, the classified staff, the administrators, all of them working together to help students realize what they can contribute. And then our mission is to provide an equitable education for all students to be prepared for college and to a viable career path for a successful life. And successful life is one of the most important pieces there. I'm looking at Kristen Bates there. She's one of the teachers of the year, and she teaches first grade, isn't that right? Yeah, second. Okay, I thought it was first and second, but thank you for correcting me. But I just want you to know, I was in her classroom, and look at Susan Cook. She's one of the teachers of the year. They're in kindergarten. I know that for sure. And I just want you to know, sometimes y'all don't get to see it. You see the high school, you see the middle school. You can see them when they're really little sometimes and what they do. And this year, subbing myself, they are to helping people. People were always worried about me, and I thought, don't worry about me, worry about the people that work here. So I just want to say that our 11 commitments, one of the things that we are always saying is to know your why, and why are we here tonight? Our why is because you matter, and you mean the world to us. And sometimes we can't give you filet mignon, and sometimes we can't give you all the money that you want, but we can give you all the love, the concern, and the care that you can ever have, because you couldn't work in a district where people care about you more. Thank you, and know that we mean that. Thank you. Congratulations. I want to put this down, but I just want y'all to know Mrs. Smith is because Mr. Johnson couldn't. You can come on out. Mrs. Smith is our board vice president, and she is speaking on behalf of the board this evening. Mr. Johnson, our board president, couldn't be here, and so she is stepping in as the vice president does, and she's excited. She looks great. Look at her, and she's excited. So turn that music up so she can have a little, entrance.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of my colleagues on the school board, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to tonight's event. We thank you for joining us tonight in recognition of our top certificated, classified, and administrators of the year for their outstanding work. This is our first in-person Salukian Educators event since 2019, and it is great to see everyone here tonight in person in our beautiful new Performing Arts Center. Many people will be honored tonight, but I want to take this opportunity to first honor and thank our wonderful leader, Superintendent Dr. Martin Rex Kedziora. As our superintendent, he is an outstanding leader who is continuing our vision of excellence on purpose as we shine even brighter. Next, I want to thank all of you here tonight. The outstanding work of our employees to support student success continues every day in all of our schools. Since the pandemic began in March of 2020, so much has changed, and all of you have changed and adapted to support our students in their education. We are so proud of everything you have done to help our students during these difficult years. Even when we were able to come back in person, it was not exactly what we had expected, and we had to adapt again. However, we were able to work through it all together. The COVID-19 pandemic has demonstrated the power that we have when we join together and share the common goal of empowering students to become future ready and positively impact the world. I truly believe that our employees are the very best in California, maybe in the whole world. I think you would have a very hard time finding another district with the qualities of employees that we have right here in Moreno Valley. As a former elementary teacher, what? Oh, okay. I thought this went out for a minute. I recognize that it's not just the classroom teacher that makes a difference in the lives of students. You all serve a huge role in educating of Moreno Valley. Right. Now it's back on. Well, I'll just finish up. Whether you are a teacher working to fill children's minds with new knowledge each day, a driver in transportation giving a warm welcome each morning, a nutrition assistant with our nutrition services department serving our students what may be their only hot meal of the day, a campus supervisor tasked with keeping our schools safe and secure, or a groundskeeper for maintenance and operations who make sure our sports teams have a great looking grounds and a quality home field. Our principals, vice principals, district office staff, administrative assistants, clerks, and other support staff wherever you serve, you all deserve the title of educator because you are making a huge difference in our our students' lives. So on behalf of the school board, I want to say congratulations to all of our nominees, but especially to all of our employees being recognized tonight. And more importantly, I want to say thank you. Thank you for the tireless work you have done this year and every year for our students, families, and communities. Thank you for nurturing and educating our children. Thank you for making change within our students' lives. Thank you for being there every day to support the children of the Moreno Valley Unified School District. Thank you for shining brighter with excellence on purpose. Tonight, we salute you.
For that introduction, Dr. Kidzior. I appreciate that. I'm Dr. Verdi. Good evening, everyone. Good to be with you in person again. As Ms. Smith mentioned, it has been since 2019 since we've been able to do this in one room, and what a great new space that we have to celebrate everyone this evening. So again, I just want to welcome you and thank you for being here tonight. And tonight I have the pleasure of introducing some dignitaries and partners with us in the district, and welcome them and thank them specifically for joining us. First off, I want to start off with our partners in labor, the Moreno Valley Unified School District Employee Associations, without whom we do not have the collaboration and success in this district that we are able to enjoy. So first up, the current president from the Moreno Valley Educators Association, Ms. Connie Pruitt. Representing the Classified School Employees Association, Chapter 410, current president and celebrating her 40th year in Moreno Valley Unified, because I think that's an important distinction, Ms. Jolynn Neal. And last but not least, representing our Association of Moreno Valley Management Personnel, the president, Mr. Sam Stager. I know Mr. Stager is here with his team up there. Thank you, Sam. Of course, it's my honor to also welcome and introduce the dignitaries who came out tonight to support our educators this evening. And truth be told, they're always coming out and supporting us, and we really appreciate them joining us back in person for saluting educators. First off, I'd like to welcome, representing State Senator Richard Roth, Mr. Alti Holcomb. Representing Jeff Hewitt from the Board of Supervisors, Riverside County, his representative, Ms. Amber Smalley. And last but not least, representing the Moreno Valley City Council member, Elena Baca Santa Cruz. I also have the distinction of thanking some of the folks who partner with us to support this in other ways. As you know, the pandemic changed so much for all of us, and since they've already done so much throughout the past year, we did want to let them know tonight and recognize them and thank them for their support, not just for this evening, but throughout the years, and especially over the last couple of years. Catherine Collins, the Senior Key Executive from Office Depot. We want to thank you, Ms. Collins, for being here tonight and for your support as one of our partners. We have a lot of folks watching on live stream tonight. Did you know that? Y'all are on live stream right now. So be careful if the camera catches you. You never know when it's going to sneak up on you. So we are live streaming tonight, and there are people that always sponsor and support us throughout the years that are watching tonight. So I'd love to give them a round of applause because I know they are watching. Representing Altura Credit Union, we want to thank Rene Roginaro. Representing the law firm of Adams and McNally, we want to thank Mr. Dean Adams. From Schools First, Mr. Jaime Ochoa. And finally, from Fagan, Friedman, and Full Frost, Mr. Chris Keeler. And at this time, I'm going to welcome back to the stage Dr. Kidziora for the next part of our program. Dr. Kidziora.
So I'm going to ask our Board of Education and our Executive Cabinet, would you please go ahead and come up here? Because you're going to, this is where you're going to be now. So don't leave anything behind, and unless you want people to see you go get it. But I just want you to know you've got a little nightstand up here. You can put things on or under, and you're going to be comfortable. And y'all can play some music while they come up. Are y'all comfortable? Y'all look good up there. Wave at everybody. So tonight, in the past, when we've done this, we've had a superintendent's awards for schools that have either gave them a topic, an idea that they wrote an application about, and then they were recognized. Tonight, we're going to recognize schools that are called Pivotal Practice Awards. This was done by the California Department of Education. And they didn't give us a long time for these schools to do these applications. And to be quite honest, everybody was so busy, they didn't really want to do them. But I kind of like helped them. So, because you know why? Because y'all, in this pandemic, every school pivoted and did an amazing job. We're proud to say in Moreno Valley, we're one of 121 school districts to receive the 2022 California Pivotal Practice Award, along with 17 of our schools. There were only 700 schools in the state that were chosen, and I don't know if y'all know this, but there's over 1,000 school districts in California, and Moreno Valley was one of 121 to be recognized for these pivotal awards. So that's really something. Y'all should be clapping. Yeah. Now, every school did not do one of these applications, but everyone that did what is being recognized by the California Department of Education. This is a local award that we're doing here, a local recognition, because we're so proud of these schools. And so Susanna Lopez, our chief business official, will present each of you, when you come up, a representation. It's not the actual check. It's a memorial check, that you can hang up in your office. You can't cash it or take it to the bank. and she will. So y'all should clap a little louder. It's Monday, you know. So we're going to start with the recognition. I think they're lining up. And so I'd like to start. Each school had a pivotal practice that they were celebrated for, and the California Department of Education recognized them for. Tony Thurman, State Superintendent, he acknowledged all of these awards and approved all of them and is proud of Moreno Valley for what we've done. So Badger Springs Middle School is the first one, and Ruby Mexico is the principal, and she's here with her team. Innovation Center. I knew y'all would say it, yeah. And we can't wait to show you that. It's still to come, but we're excited about that. And then our next one, school that received a Pivot Award is Creekside Elementary School for their Parent Ambassador Program. Dr. Jaime Cepedina is the principal. Each school had to write an application about what they did to extend upon during the pandemic, and how they didn't stop doing things, but they became better. It's amazing that students with special needs at Moreno Elementary School they continued to work and find ways to include them. If you know anything about Nancy Albee, the principal, but her special education team that works there and the teachers who work there, they think of all students and the classified staff who support them. Congratulations to Moreno Elementary School. We're at this beautiful high school, and we're in this beautiful performing arts center that's located at Moreno Valley High School, but there are so many other programs at this high school that make it stand out to the nation. One of them is the Building Assets Reducing Risk program called BAR, and they are thought of all over the nation. They were just recognized at a conference in Palm Desert for what they've done to help ninth graders be better and stay in school and graduate. Congratulations, Philip Peoples and his team. Thank you for what you've done to help BAR be in every high school.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Every school has a success story, but one of the most successful opportunities is when a student can graduate during a pandemic. Students did not stop graduating, and they actually did better in some schools because of the support and the care that they were given. That happened over and over, but Moreno Valley Online Academy actually increased their graduation rate during the pandemic. Congratulations to Amanda Denniston, principal, and her team there. Having parents be involved in the school district is one of the critical components of a successful school. During the pandemic, that was not lost. The African American Parent Council actually thrived during this because of the leadership of the principal, Marissa Smith, and the team of people who worked there to bring the African American parents together to continue learning and supporting each other and not giving up. Very proud of what they accomplished and how they continued to do this, meeting on Zooms and going to visit homes and helping people stay connected. Congratulations. I know it seems like a lot, it is, but we should be proud of that in Moreno Valley, to know that all these teachers, classified staff, and administrators continued to soar in spite of obstacles that they'd never dealt with before. The next school is Northridge Elementary School, and at that school, counseling to students continued. Sometimes people thought that counselors, and how did they do that? But the creative efforts of that school to work together to have counseling provided to their families, even when they were on Zoom or when they had to meet by telephone or meet by appointment, was provided. Congratulations to Wade Hamilton, who's the principal, and his team of people who worked tirelessly there to provide counseling and support to all of their students. So every school, you know, we want every school in Moreno Valley Unified School District to have a STEAM program, but we have a STEAM academy at Moreno Valley Unified School District that actually outperforms other STEAM academies around us. When I hear that someone goes to another district to go to STEAM, I'm always shocked because they must not know about the Palm STEAM Academy. So all of you, I want you to know about it because we have so many programs there that children during the pandemic took advantage of. Jahi Garner, you should go see some of their labs there. There's so many, I'm going to miss some of these teachers, Mr. Gerhard and Mr. I was going to say that, Cooper Smith. You know, but I just want to say they all worked together as a team. And during the pandemic, they never gave up, and they kept providing opportunities. And the students at Palm Middle School STEAM Academy continued to enter contests and win them over other schools. Congratulations, Erica Melendrez, principal, and your team. There are programs at different schools that sometimes people don't know about. At Ridgecrest Elementary School, they have a program that's called The Leader in Me. And it's to provide student leadership where they help run the school. They have student-led announcements, student-led meetings, and they provide leadership, and they continue to do that during the pandemic. Misty Kelly, the principal, could not be here tonight, but Consuelo Fausto, who's the assistant principal, and their team is here tonight, and we congratulate them on thriving in the pandemic and continuing to say that a leader in me was still important, even though they weren't in school. Congratulations.
Thank you. On behalf of Misty and our site.
Thank you.
During the pandemic, schools continued to seek out nominations for awards that were provided, and this is really one of those stories that's like should be a movie. But Valley View High School was one of 33 schools in the state of California to be named an exemplary arts school during the pandemic. The visitation was done on Zoom, and the people who visited, the State Department and different members of the visiting team, they were just amazed at the arts and the connection and collaboration that students receive at Valley View High School. Under the leadership of Principal Karen Johnson and the Performing Arts team and all of the staff and students there, we congratulate Valley View High School for being an exemplary arts school during the pandemic. Who would have thought that during the pandemic a book would be written by students across the nation? We're involved in a project in Moreno Valley Unified School District called the Freedom Writer Project by Erin Gruelle. And the second book, her book, you know, she has the Freedom Writers, but this was Dear Freedom Writers. And it features 7 students from our district, three from Vista to Lago High School, and Johnny Munoz, who's here tonight, who is the teacher there, was one of the critical authors and architects who decided that Erin Gruelle and the Freedom Writers should continue their work even in the pandemic. And he brought them to the school, and they met on Zooms, and they continued to connect with people. In this book, there's 7 stories that students wrote from our district. One of the students is here tonight. His name's Ashish Palike, is that right? And I'm getting better. And he's graduating this year and going to Harvard. Congratulations. And Dr. Dunhams is the principal, I forgot. She is the principal, y'all. So.
Yeah, it's okay.
Our Board of Education was on a mission a few years ago to make sure that we had programs for every student. And one of the things that began in Moreno Valley Unified School District was the International Baccalaureate program. It first started at Vista Heights Middle School. There's data that demonstrates and represents that this program is making significant differences in the lives of children and families there because of the academic rigor and the inquiry that's provided through this program. Special education students are a part of it. All students can attend, and all students are embraced in the International Baccalaureate program. Mark Hassan and his team worked tirelessly to make sure that students during the pandemic continued to receive what they received and even more than they did in the school year. Congratulations to Vista Heights Middle School. Congratulations to the 17 schools in the district award that Ana E. Velasco did. She received it for the intern program, the alumni program that was created, and that was the district award. So congratulations for 17 schools and 1 district award in Moreno Valley Unified School District. So now we're moving on to another part of this program, and I think Rene Roginaro, are you going to be announcing, or should I say that you're doing it?
Well, I think I'll just do it.
Okay, that sounds good. So this is her part, right? Okay, I'm just making sure.
I love the way you introduce me every time. It's always unique and special and different. Let's have one more hand for our pivotal practice winners tonight. So now it's time to recognize Site Certificated and Classified Employees of the Year. Please help me welcome to the stage Alessandro School with Principal Vivian Chang as we congratulate the Certificated Employee of the Year, Special Education Teacher Jeremy Osgood, and Classified Employee of the Year, Instructional Assistant Patricia Losner. And next, we welcome Armada Elementary School with Principal Maria Ariola and their Certificated Employee of the Year, Kindergarten Teacher Susan Cook, and Classified Employee of the Year, Library Media Assistant Sonia Bedoya. And we'd like to welcome from Badger Springs Middle School, Principal Ruby Mexico to the stage. She's representing their Certificated and Classified Employees of the Year, who couldn't be here tonight, Physical Education Teacher Jennifer Hanrahan and Clerk Typist Patricia Lacey. And from Bayside Community Day School at Bridges Learning Center with Principal Amanda Denniston, we congratulate their Certificated Employee of the Year, High School Retail Sales Teacher Maria Garcia Cortez, and Classified Employee of the Year, Health Clerk Technician Miriam Melendrez. Dr. Kedzior, I'm waiting for you to start dancing. I know you're feeling it. I can tell. And next we have from Bear Valley Elementary School, led by Principal Sam Stager, their Certificated Employee of the Year, Kindergarten Teacher Lucy Simrau, and Classified Employee of the Year, Health Clerk Linda Marquez. Give it up. And next in line from Box Springs Elementary School, please help me welcome Principal Abir Awad and their Certificated Employee of the Year, 4th grade teacher Rachel Greaves, and Library Media Assistant, Classified Employee of the Year, Lori Johnson. And from Butterfield Language Academy with Principal Dr. Esmeralda Chalfant, please welcome Certificated Employee of the Year, Nori Ann Wall, 2nd grade teacher, and the head custodian who got Classified Employee of the Year, Charles Copeland. And next, we have Canyon Springs High School with Principal Tamara Kerr, congratulating their Certificated Employee of the Year, English teacher Tapasha Robinson, and Classified Employee of the Year, Campus Security Officer Candace Jones. I'm glad to see you guys aren't shy when you're screaming and clapping for your favorites. Please welcome Chaparral Hills Elementary School and their principal, Deidre Johnson, along with the Certificated Employee of the Year, Marianne Allen, kindergarten teacher, and Classified Employee of the Year, head custodian, Baltazar B.G. Guerrero. All right, next up from Cloverdale Elementary School, led by Principal Genaro Garcia, we have Certificated Employee of the Year, 2nd grade teacher Christian Bates, and Classified Employee of the Year, Campus Support Teresa Caballero. And next, we have Creekside Elementary School with Principal Dr. Jaime Cepeda and Certificated Employee of the Year, kindergarten teacher Javiera Calderon, and Classified Employee of the Year, Library Media Assistant Carol Gonzalez. Now, I don't want you to get tired just because we're in the E's. Don't make me make you get up and stretch. So let's hear it for Edgemont Elementary School and Principal Muriel Vega with Certificated Employee, kindergarten teacher Victoria Hernandez, and Classified Employee, head custodian Paul Samrau. That sounded good. That sounded like you meant it. And from Head Start Preschool and Childhood Learning, we welcome Principal Jennifer Adcock and Certificated Employee Head Start teacher Lisette Galvan, and Classified Employee of the Year Child Development Specialist Anita Torres. And from Hendrick Ranch Elementary School with Principal Marie White, we have Certificated Employee of the Year, kindergarten teacher Erica Valdivia Rodriguez, and Classified Employee of the Year, instructional assistant Jana Mora Alvarez. And from Hidden Springs Elementary School, please welcome Principal Latrice Thomas and Certificated Employee Teacher Don Perez and Classified Employee Clerk Typist Connie Tatum. Please help me welcome Honey Hollow Elementary School with Principal Joshua Jackson as we congratulate their Certificated Employee of the Year, third grade teacher Tammy Huertas, and Classified Employee Head Custodian Eric Melville. And next, from La Jolla Elementary School with Principal Nicole Moshiri, please welcome Certificated Employee of the Year, fifth grade teacher Angela Elsmore, and Classified Employee Campus Support Aide Maria Arzate. And next, Landmark Middle School with Principal Rafael Garcia. We congratulate Certificated Employee of the Year, STEAM Cybersecurity Teacher Mary Becky Baez, and Classified Employee of the Year, School Secretary Riza Guillen. Next, from March Mountain High School with Principal Steve Quintero, we have Certificated Employee of the Year, the art teacher Stacy Hanks, and Classified Employee of the Year, Instructional Assistant Julie Gramata. Please help me welcome Midland Elementary School, accompanied by Principal Joanne Katona, along with Certificated Employee, second grade teacher Molly Wilson, and Classified Employee, Nutrition Assistant Jessica Bechtel. And next up, we have Moreno Elementary School with Principal Nancy Albee and Certificated Employee Special Education Teacher Nicole Kusick and Classified Employee Instructional Assistant Araceli Zamora. And next up, from Moreno Valley High School, escorted by Principal Philip Peoples, we congratulate Certificated Employee Resource Specialist Jennifer Strawn and Classified Employee Instructional Assistant Gloria Gold. And from Moreno Valley Online Academy at Bridges Learning Center, with Principal Amanda Deniston, we'd like to congratulate Certificated Employee of the Year, Michael Chalukian. Come on, Michael, don't be shy. And next, from Mountain View Middle School, with Principal Marissa Smith, we have Certificated Employee of the Year, English Language Arts, Wendy Allen, and Classified Employee Clerk Typist, Selena De La Torre. Next, from Northridge Elementary School, please help me welcome Principal Wade Hamilton and Certificated Employee of the Year, 4th grade teacher Penny Parker, and Classified Employee Instructional Assistant Irma Lopez. And from Palm Middle School, we'd like to welcome Principal Erica Melendrez and Certificated Employee Jahi Garner in Integrated Math and Classified Employee Instructional Assistant Eduardo Gutierrez Llamas. And the sky is always more beautiful with rainbows. Please welcome Rainbow Springs with Principal Andrea Argon, Certificated Employee Preschool Teacher Melissa Cardenas, and Classified Employee Instructional Assistant Ada Cortez. Give it up. Next, we'd like to welcome Ramona Elementary School with Principal Michael McNutt as we congratulate Certificated Employee First Grade Teacher Marcella Kilcher and Classified Employee of the Year Health Clerk Rebecca Chagoya. Next, from Ridgecrest Elementary School, we would like to welcome Assistant Principal Consuelo Frausto and Certificated Employee of the Year, 2nd grade teacher Tara Trotter, and Classified Employee Instructional Assistant Maricela Ramos. And from Seneca Elementary School, please help me welcome Principal Mario Perez and their Certificated Employee of the Year, who's unable to attend this evening, but we want to recognize 4th grade teacher Samantha Ellis and Classified Employee of the Year Cassandra Rolette. Samantha Ellis, is that you? Well, my notes were wrong. Let's give Samantha Ellis one more hand. And we'd like to welcome Serrano Elementary School with Principal Dr. Selena Mancio with their Certificated Employee Kindergarten Teacher Morelia Arroyo and Classified Employee Instructional Assistant Maria Zacarias. And they found their thrill on Sugar Hill Elementary School with Principal Hillary Reynolds and Certificated Employee Kindergarten Teacher Jody Hollingsworth, Classified Employee Campus Support Amy Wu. And next, we have Sunny Mead Elementary School with Principal Dr. Ambra Dodds Main and Certificated Employee Kindergarten Dual Language Teacher Sandra Hernandez Murillo and Classified Employee School Secretary Tiffany Bales. And coming up next, Sunny Mead Middle School with Principal Matthew Stewart, along with Certificated Employee School Counselor Sylvia Cornejo and Classified Employee Campus Security Jesse J. Uten. Now that's a picture right there. He said, "Don't let me miss the moment." Next, congratulations to Sunny Meadows Elementary School with Principal Ryan Palomino as we congratulate certificated employee Bertha Thigpen, Title I teacher, who is unable to be here this evening, and classified employee head custodian Jason Mendez. Next, we have from Towngate Elementary School with Principal Veronica Zarate. We have certificated employee, third grade teacher, Kathy Hahn, and classified employee, school secretary, Deanna Funkhauser. And next, I'm excited because I love cowboy hats. Next, we have Valley View High School with Principal Karen Johnson, Certificated Employee of the Year, Spanish Avid Teacher Ruby Cortez, and Classified Employee Head Custodian Francisco Rodriguez. Yeehaw! And we are most proud to welcome Vista del Lago High School with Principal Dr. Dana Dunhams and Certificated Employee Chemistry Teacher Sonia Hayes and Classified Employee Secretary Sylvia Gonzalez. We also have Vista Heights Middle School with Principal Mark Hassan and Certificated Employee Special Education Teacher Nicholas Elliott and Classified Employee of the Year Clerk Typist Carmen Zinman. Let's have another round of applause for all of our wonderful employees of the year. Congratulations. At this time, I'd like to welcome back Dr. Verdi, who will introduce the Department and Division Employees of the Year.
Thank you, Ms. Roginaro. How about one more round of applause for all of our honorees from the school sites tonight? So as Ms. Roginaro said, I have the honors of introducing you to staff that support our school sites with all their hearts, and they still know what we're in it for. We're in it for the students. So even though they may not work at a school site, they know that every day the decisions they make and the effort they put forth is affecting our kids. And with that, I have the honor of welcoming the Business Services Classified Employee of the Year. Please welcome Carrie Rubidoux. From our Department of Equity and Access, with Director Dr. Lisa Broomfield, it is my pleasure to introduce you to our Account Clerk and Employee of the Year from that department, Mr. Javier Infante. Being honored from our Facilities Planning and Development Department with Mr. Samar Al-Zubaidi. It is our Facilities Planner, Classified Employee of the Year. Please welcome Mr. Jorge Alvarado. Congratulations again, sir. I like the three-piece, by the way. Thank you. Samar, good to see you. Tonight from the Maintenance and Operations Department, Mr. Anthony Pipkins, the director, is here to accept the award for the painter. Great part of our team, Mr. Josh Caban. Next to the stage and being accompanied by our Director of Nutrition Services as the Classified Employee of the Year from that department, please welcome Deanna Hamilton. From our wonderful professional development and digital learning department. Very important piece of what we do here. Being accompanied by Mr. Villavicencio, we have our Classified Employee of the Year, Mr. Brian Bates. Congratulations, Brian. Smiling. From the Special Education Department, being accompanied by Mr. Jason Ramirez, is our Account Clerk 3, Classified Employee of the Year, Carla Ramirez Rocha. Next to the stage, it's my honor and distinction to welcome the Director of Transportation, honoring the Classified Employee of the Year from our great Transportation Department, Rosa Navarro. Accepting on Rosa's behalf, Mr. Jim Burleson. Last but not least, from the great Technology, Innovation, and Assessment Department, Classified Employee of the Year, being accompanied is Eliana Rodriguez. Congratulations, Ms. Rodriguez.
And it is my absolute pleasure to welcome back to the stage our magnificent leader, Dr. Kedziora.
Yes. As Dr. Kedziora makes his way up here, he said, don't I want to say something else? So how about congratulations one more time to all those leaders that just received their awards. Thank you for your service, folks.
So y'all, I just want y'all to know this is really going well. And I know some of y'all think, how long is this going to last? And, you know, you got something to do. Well, you shouldn't. You should have came here tonight and wanted to be here all night. You're not going to be here all night. But I just think that you ought to know it takes a long time, and we need to do this to honor all these employees because they deserve it. And when they look out and see an empty seat, they wonder where you went. So don't leave and don't say you got to go do something. And if you do, come back because we miss you. But I think it's so important for them to see people. And, you know, we're only at, Dr. Verdi, what time is it? Yeah, I mean, it's not even 8 o'clock yet. I mean, you know, you still got time for stuff. All right. So each of these employees are what we call the District Educators of the Year. And they have a video that accompanies them. So y'all, there's going to be a short video clip for each District Educator of the Year, and the video will run before they are invited to the stage to receive their award. They'll be escorted to the stage while the video is being presented, and they'll be waiting on the side stage to come to the podium. So in case you wonder what's happening, you know, and some of you are those people out there, but I just want you to know these videos are really important, and I want you to know that these employees, we're really proud of all of you. But, you know, I just want you to know that there are they're the District Educators of the Year. So it's a significant category. All of them were, you know, important. I don't want you to think any of them weren't. I should stop talking, shouldn't I, Candace? You know. Anyway, so let's start. Rene Roginaro, are you queuing up the video? Oh, they are up there. Jennifer Miller has a strong acumen for business and finance and uses her abilities to help others solve problems. Whenever I have an issue or I can't find Susanna Lopez, I know that I can go to Jennifer Miller and she will resolve every situation with ease. And she'll also say to me, "Do you need anything else, Dr. Kedziora? I'll take care of it for you."
Activity doesn't stop outside of the job. I think that's what makes Jennifer unique, is that she's involved with things that are occurring nonstop, and doesn't necessarily mean that she has to be here in the office to do these functions.
In my role in managing the financials, I actually get to see in numbers what is happening at the school site. What I really enjoy is that I work for a district that I'm a part of the community of. So I'm an alumni from Canyon Springs High School, and then I also choose to live in this city and raise my kids in this city. And as I see the kids go through the district and their activities, I get to see it on both ends.
She's a very team-driven individual, and I myself have seen her leave this office at 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and the next day she will show up with activities for everyone so that people can be interested not only in their work but also be interested in coming to work. There isn't a holiday that we miss, there isn't a celebration that we miss, and so even though there's a lot of work that takes place, she always makes sure that she incorporates the fun, and that's just who she is.
I really believe in the school district. The amount of work and effort that everybody does to put into the educational experience of our kids. And because I can see the motivation and the intent, and it's really a pure intent, I want my kids to experience that.
Congratulations, Jennifer Miller, on being the Classified Administrator of the Year. As the superintendent, one of the areas that we really focus on in our district is the safety and security of our children. The students of Canyon Springs High School have an amazing campus security officer, and her name is Candace Jones.
My name is Candace Jones, and I am a campus security officer at Canyon Springs High School. I've been here for 16 years. My favorite part of the job is the kids.
The kids really appreciate her, and she cares about them so much. She thought that I was there because she was the site, the Canyon Springs Classified Employee of the Year. And it wasn't until later that she realized that I'd come there because she was the district Classified Employee of the Year.
Depending on the kid and depending on the situation, I've had to share a lot of my personal experiences. I'm an LA girl, so I've had a lot of experiences in life, and a lot of these kids, especially at our site with being foster kids and being bounced around in different situations, especially after COVID, a lot of these kids feel safe talking to us as security, and I've had to share my personal experiences with them. If I catch you doing something, oh, you're gonna be taken to the office and be dealt with. But while I'm sitting with you in the office, 9.5 times out of 10, I'm gonna share with you an experience I had that helped me get through school, because I had obstacles in my way too, but I also want these kids to know, rise above that. No matter what obstacles you have in life, you can do better and you can be better.
We're fortunate to have people in positions, that take the time to help students realize how important they are, but also that they're going to achieve great things and that they will graduate from high school and that they will go on to choose a viable career path or go to college, and they will do that because they've met people like Candace Jones.
I had a student, he came up here one day and he was a substitute teacher. And he said, Miss Candace, I don't know if you remember me, but I went to college because of you. I wrote my dissertation because of you, and I became a social worker because of you, because of the experiences you talked to me about in your life. So I wanted to come on this campus today to thank you personally. So I do this job for the kids.
And I want to thank her for believing in so many children and helping them find and make better choices. Congratulations, Candace Jones, for being the District Classified Employee of the Year. We're very proud of you. There are so many wonderful employees in the Moreno Valley Unified School District, and one of the employees that is Employee of the Year is Martha Cepedina Medina, and she's the Certificated Administrator of the Year.
Martha was chosen to be recognized because she embodies and exemplifies what a leader should be for this population that we serve.
My name is Martha Cepedina Medina. I am the ELL coordinator, which is the English Language Learner Coordinator. I guess my favorite part is trying to, coordinate with everybody on what best approach we can do to help students.
She brings this just level of expertise that has been instrumental in getting our students to reclassify. When I think of Marta, I think of her as the calming force in our department.
We want to thank her for her ability to understand students and to be one of the people that was available to substitute in classrooms during this pandemic.
I think that much of our success that we have experienced over the years is in great part due to Martha's contributions.
I wish for the students that we have here, all 33, close to 33,000 of them, that they have opportunities for a better future.
She just always said, we need to be here for these children, Dr. Kidzior. Isn't that why we're here? And she really knew her why.
I lose sleep over the fact that she's going to no longer be part of the team on a daily basis.
Thank you, Martha Cepedina Medina, for believing in the children, but also believing in the school district and having excellence on purpose and shining brighter. Congratulations. We're very proud of our employees in Moreno Valley Unified School District. We have so many wonderful employees, and sometimes you don't know them as well because they work in different areas and you don't always see them.
So Angela Williams is a very uplifting person to be around. It's infectious. She brings that to the office every single day.
Favorite part of my job is helping others, so I feel like in life you need to have a purpose, and that's why I wanted to go into human resources, so that I could feel like my day was fulfilled doing something where I was helping and making a change and an impact, positive impact for people.
I just appreciate and value how she intends to be successful and collaborative.
She has a positive impact on her colleagues. She has a positive impact on the employees she comes in contact with. And at the root of that is an optimism and a belief in our students and the mission of the district. And that's why she's such an important part of our team.
It goes beyond just the employees that I am hiring, but also people that we're hiring are making an impact on the children that they're going to assist. So we have indirect impact on the children as well.
I want to thank her for showing us all we all can do things to help our students achieve in Moreno Valley Unified School District. Congratulations, Angela Williams. You are truly the confidential employee of the year. At Vista Heights Middle School, there are 3 counselors. One of the counselors this year was chosen as the District Counselor of the Year. And Elliot is truly one of the most amazing, concerned, compassionate, empathetic counselors that a district could have.
It's not just scheduling students, it's not just talking to students who are upset with one another and conducting conflict mediation. Yes, Elliot does all of those things, but Elliot digs deeper.
Kids are not just one person, it's also their family. So I get to interact with family, with parents, and get to know them. And you know, we rotate with our kids, so I don't just see them for 1 year and then they're out of my hands. I get them all 3 years. And so I get to see them grow, I get to see them evolve and become who they are, but also get to develop that relationship with the families and see them grow as well. And as they go through their different seasons in life, we get to be a part of that.
First he asks, why is this happening? And then he comes back and he has different ways that we can work together to meet the needs of the students. He has really just helped to make our guidance department really the glue that holds our whole system together.
Elliot was always there for children. He asked them what they need too, which I like. What is it that you need? And I just want to say how proud I am as the superintendent to have a counselor like Elliot Holt who goes above and beyond the expectations and really is the most creative, critical thinker, and communicates and collaborates and adapts to an ever-changing situation as we had during the pandemic. Congratulations, Elliot Holt. We're very proud of you. In the area of technology and innovation and assessment, which was a new department that was created by me a few years ago, there were people in there that I didn't know as well, but they are some of the gems of the district. And they've done outstanding work, and they've been called upon to do more than they've ever done, especially during this pandemic. Josh Combs is the Site Support Person of the Year, and there's a reason. In any situation that we were trying to navigate that we'd never done before, he was always present, available, but always helping and doing more than was asked of him.
Kind of like the go-to person when people need stuff. Hey, call Josh. Hey, call Josh. So I've kind of built that reputation of, helping anyone and everyone with everything. Even if it's not something I do, I can help point them in the right direction or connect them with someone that does, what it is they're looking for.
One of the coolest things I know about Josh is that he is so kid-centered. Whenever he tackles a project, whenever he brings new technology into the district, it's always with the lens of how are the kids going to use it, what's best for kids.
There's a few passions in life, and a couple of those passions are technology and working with children. It's finding a home for students that aren't finding homes in other places, other sports or other programs. At the end of the day, no matter who you're talking to, the last statement is it's for the kids. It's always for the kids. So we do this because we have a passion for the children.
People are always scared of technology, well, at least I am, and I know lots of people that are afraid to touch it, but he makes you feel like you're okay, and then if you need help, you can get help.
I love supporting the people that also support those children. So teachers, administrators, directors, I love helping these people out. That's kind of my daily goal, is to help anyone that I can help.
We met on Zooms. He would say, I'll take care of that. I'll help you with that. I'll teach you how to do that. I'll make it so you can do that easier. So I want to thank you, Josh Combs, for being the Site Support Person of the Year, and in a pandemic, helping everyone do better with technology. Because we didn't know a lot when it started, but we know a lot more now, and that's thanks to you. Congratulations, Josh Combs, on being the Site Support Person of the Year.
Well, that's what drives me every day. Our goal is to help these kids succeed and be the best that they can be.
Josh, I don't know why you're sitting down. I think you need to go to the back. We're kind of not kidding.
So it's my pleasure as the superintendent to share with you the Principal of the Year in Moreno Valley Unified School District, LaToisha Brown. Now, not only is LaToisha funny, witty, humorous, and just fun to be with, she's also an amazing leader.
I believe that our district we're on the right track, because although we've gone
You guys don't mind waiting for a few seconds to get this right, do you? We need to hear Miss Brown. She might rap for us in that video.
So it's my pleasure as the superintendent to share with you the Principal of the Year in Moreno Valley Unified School District, LaToisha Brown. Now, not only is LaToisha funny, witty, humorous, and just fun to be with, she's also an amazing leader.
I believe that our district we're on the right track, because although we've gone through some trauma and we've had our challenges, there are still unlimited possibilities that we could achieve.
But I do want you to know that while she was at Moreno Valley High School, she achieved something that was just outstanding, something that we're never going to forget. Her graduation rate was over 95% at that high school. They'd never been that high before. There's a direct correlation between her involvement in students and how she'd say to them, "No dilly, no dally. You are going to graduate from Moreno Valley High School," and they believed her.
You only get the opportunity as a high school principal. You only get them for 4 years. So you get, and you have 4 years to change their lives. Then when they walk across the stage and they receive their diplomas and the counselors call their names and the superintendent and the board members shake their hands, that is such an amazing experience. And that's one of the reasons why I really do love working with students, working in education, just being a part of student success rates.
It's one of the most proud moments to see that and to know that so many children realized their dreams and their potential by graduating maybe for the first time in their families. So thank you, LaToisha Brown, for what you've brought to Moreno Valley High School and what you bring to our district. We are very fortunate to have you as a leader. Congratulations.
My why is these faces every single day. When I walk out in that line, just seeing how excited they are to be here. Honestly, it even starts before school. If I have, most people hate morning duty. I like it because I don't just get to interact with my kids, I get to interact with the whole school community. And so just getting to see all the different kids, and some of those more challenging kids, have had rough days, just kind of trying to start them off on a good foot, whether it's just a high five or just a good morning, a smile. That's kind of my why every single day, is just to see that smile on their faces.
I was in her classroom one day, and I was there, and there was this young man that was having some difficulty, and everyone said to me before I went into the room, Miss Bates knows how to work with him.
She's the kind of teacher that you want for your own children. Teaching is a calling for Kristen, and she's doing what she loves to do. This year, like no other, we've had to reimagine how we teach, how we work with our families, and more importantly, how we build that trust and relationship with our students. Ms. Bates saw in this pandemic an opportunity to take our learning to a much higher level.
Coming back in person this year, challenging. We saw some gaps for sure, especially with second grade. They hadn't been in school since kindergarten, so just even learning how to interact with each other, that was a challenge. So we spent a lot of time in the beginning just team building and getting to know each other and how to work with each other and collaborate. That was a big focus for our grade level in the beginning of the year.
And I want to thank her, Kristen Bates, for teaching children that every one of them can do wonderful work. So thank you, Kristen, and congratulations. Over the years, I've been to Susan Cook's classroom, and every time I go, there's so much activity in there.
Our Armada culture is a very active culture with students, our parents, and our teachers. And Ms. Cook is a very active teacher.
I like getting to know them, and everything else kind of puts into place. Once they know that you care about them and you're there to make them smarter.
Our teachers look up to her, and our teachers always seek her out for advice and guidance.
And sometimes she'll say to me, I wish I knew you were coming. I wish I could have made it better. You couldn't have done anything better, Susan, because the children in your room, they're inspired by your wit, your humor, and your real understanding of just who they are at 5 years old.
I see Ms. Cook as someone who was a veteran teacher, and even though she's retiring, you would think someone would take it easy on her last year, and you would not know she was retiring. And parents are sad that they don't get to have their children in their class next year, because they're already requesting her.
I personally was scared to death of all that technology, and now I'm pretty good. I try to make it balanced, so I have my work and then other things that actually will help me within the classroom.
I think Ms. Cook's legacy is going to be here for several years. I think what she's done for her colleagues, how she supported them, she actually has had students that are now children of students that she taught. So I think her legacy is going to be here for a while, and she's going to be missed by a lot of people.
So I want to thank you for that. Congratulations on being the Moreno Valley Unified School District Teacher of the Year.
I can't think of anybody that is more deserving to be the Teacher of the Year for Moreno Valley Unified School District.
You know, when you talk about Teachers of the Year and you've been in their classrooms and then they get selected, you say to yourself as a superintendent, I wish every student could have one of these teachers in our district.
I'm Becky Bias, and I'm a teacher of STEAM, cybersecurity, the independent studies teacher, and also the STEAM Saturday teacher.
It's so hard to really just put one thing as Ms. Bias's best quality. Sometimes you have to guide and lead so they can carry out a vision. With Ms. Bias, you get out of her way, and she is a force to be reckoned with.
I come to school every day, and there's a new favorite thing every day, so it's really hard. Like, it could be just I walk around, and my favorite part is because, you know, one of the other kids who's not in my class knows who I am and runs up to give me a hug.
I have watched students who didn't know one thing about being a cyber patriot or being in a program like that. She lets them, but I don't know if you call it let them. She develops them into the most capable, confident users of technology.
She puts students first in all that she does, whether it was pre-pandemic, during distance learning, or coming back from COVID. Students are at the center of what she does.
I knew that at home, these kids, their home lives were maybe not what we had. So what I did was I made sure that I was super involved with the family. I did so many home visits. I investigated and got us grants and got us permissions to have virtual field trips for every curriculum on campus and offered it to all the teachers. So kids still felt like there was something interesting and engaging and not just let's go on to Zoom and do this lesson. I tried my very best to make sure that we all as a campus had something that kind of kept us bonded, even if we were apart. What if they're an English learner? They don't get the opportunity to be with band and learn some basic things because they have to have a second class. A student doesn't know that they might have a future in cybersecurity. They need exposure to things, and the more we expose them to something, they're gonna find something they're interested in.
Ms. Baez, congratulations. Landmark Middle School is proud to call you the Teacher of the Year for our school and our district. Our nights shine brighter because of you.
I want to thank you, Mrs. Baez, for inspiring children to see things in their future that they didn't know were possible. Congratulations.
Everybody needs the English skills. Everybody needs the math skills. I think we need to move forward helping kids find what their passion is in life. And I think it's our job to present to them all these choices and let them find their pathway.
It is my honor to share with you accolades about Michael Chalukian.
I knew I wanted to be a teacher, but I didn't really figure out what kind of teacher I wanted to be until I got into teaching. It was really focused around helping kids deal with their lives first of all, and then because it's really hard to do well and to care if you don't feel safe or if you don't feel somebody cares about you. So I really consider that part 50% of my job.
The online academy can be difficult for a number of students, but he is very engaging, empathetic to his students and understanding them and really bringing them in and to really engage with the work so they can meet A through G requirements.
I was working with a student one evening, and her name's Malika, and she was an intern in my office. I did know who Michael Chalukian was, but I didn't really realize how amazing he is. And she said, well, I just want you to know if it wasn't for Mr. Chalukian, who was my avid teacher at Valley View High School, she says, I wouldn't be sitting with you here tonight. She says, because I wasn't the kind of student that you'd want in your office. And I thought, really? I find that very hard to believe. And she said, through his mentoring, through his guidance, through his belief in me, I became the student that I am right now. And that's many of the students at Valley View High School that experience him.
It's our job to make sure that when they leave, they can advocate for themselves. They can know how to ask the right questions. They can do things on their own, and they're an independent learner that they can think for themselves and start making decisions and solving problems. Because all of us have to make decisions to solve problems for the rest of our lives, and that's ultimately what I want. I just want them to have better lives than they could have had otherwise, right?
Thank you for continuing to help young people in our district realize that they can have a successful life and they can go out into the world and do everything that they want to do. Congratulations, Michael Chalukian.
If I can ask the audience for one more round of applause for that incredible group of educators. I really do want to thank everyone in this room for everything that you do for our students on a daily basis. And over the last couple of years, with the challenges of the pandemic and distance learning, for everything that you've done for one another to support and to listen and to really push one another to fight through it and still do the best for the kids. Our district continues to shine brighter with excellence on purpose thanks to your efforts. One part of the program that we like to wrap up with in the past is honoring the alumni of our school district who are present tonight, now being honored as employees. If you are an alumni of Moreno Valley Unified School District, would you please stand and be recognized at this time? Thank you so much, and thank you for coming back to the community and serving our students and passing along a little something that you've learned along the way from Moreno Valley Unified School District. And with that, for some closing remarks, our esteemed superintendent, Dr. Kidziora.
Okay, well, it is about over, and I know y'all are ready to go, but I just have a few things I got to say and a few things I want you to know. So, in an evening like this, you just have no idea how much is happening to make this happen. It starts weeks ago, months ago, and the date changed. We didn't have the date. We had it in April, and now it's in May. And it just, we had to pivot. Everybody had to do different things. So in this evening, it's even more special that we recognize the people who made this possible. But I do want to say I'm older, and so I think of a story about everything because I've got stories, and they're true. Is Marissa Bruff in here? Can y'all turn up the lights so I can see? Is Marissa Bruff in here from Moreno Valley High School, or did she? Philip, is she here? No, okay, it's fine. But she was an administrator at Sunny Mead Middle School, and they had a field trip one day, and they were coming back from San Diego, and the bus broke down. And a little girl on the bus said to her, she said, it's going to be a while, and, I'm sorry, we have to wait for someone else to come pick us up, and they're going to fix the bus. And the little girl said, "It's all right, Mrs. Bruff, this is the very best day of my life." And because she said, I didn't want this day to end. She said, I wanted to be on the bus longer, and I wish we could go back to the zoo or wherever they were in San Diego. But it reminded me of this evening how sometimes, these in-person things that we didn't get to do and now we get to do, these are the best things that we could do, is be together and tell each other how wonderful we each are and remind each other of our responsibility to take care of each other and to help us feel like it doesn't matter what time it is. I know that's hard for adults because, you have these phones and you look at your clocks and everything. I do too. I mean, I've tried not to tonight. It's on that nightstand over there, and it's got all these messages on it from people. But I just want to say I'm so proud of this evening. I want to thank Dr. Verdi, the Chief Human Resources Officer, and his team for what they've done. And I want to thank, she's not here with us this evening, and her name is Robin Romero, and she's Dr. Verdi's administrative assistant. And she's not feeling well, but I do want her to know, and I think all of you will agree, she worries about every one of you, what you did tonight, and I just want her to know, wherever she is and what she's doing, she should be really proud because Dr. Verdi and her have developed and created a team of people that when one of the team members, can't be here, the other team members pitch in and really come through for the one who worries. So thank you again to the Human Resources team, Dr. Verdi, and to all the people in your team who've been here this evening and all the time they put in. Congratulations. And then that beautiful student who sang the national anthem at the beginning of the program, Anna Montano from Vista to Lago High School, for her beautiful rendition of that. Her voice has only gotten better. She sang it when we were in person 2 years ago and came back tonight. So I was really glad to hear that. One of the voices you heard this evening was Rene Roginaro. She's our new coordinator. She just started this year, and she came in, and she's just a performer, but she's also a creative collaborator. And she finds ways to involve and connect everybody in the situation so that they all feel like they can do things, as evidenced by what she did to me last night. But this is good what she did. There was a musical here, and she involved me in it, and I was an actor, and so was Mr. Holguin. And we didn't know we were going to do it like we did, but she just has that way of getting you to be involved. And Rene, we're so proud that you're in our school district, and we thank you for your creative contributions. And we know that in the future, you're going to make this room that we're in right now a place where we will not only want to come, but others will find a way to become a star in here. So thank you for that. Congratulations. I also want to thank Corey Peters, who's the band director at Vista de Lago High School. I don't know if you heard the jazz band when we came in, their combo. Thank you for them being here tonight, and we're just very proud of them. And then Moreno Valley High School, the Major Birch and the 17 cadets that were out, and they're always, present, but they're always supportive. And then when something is hosted at your school, and this is going to be happening a lot here, Dr. Dunham's at Vista de Lago used to have everything at Vista de Lago High School, but that's going to shift, and she's not going to have so many things. And so Philip Peoples inherited that by all these new buildings. But he is at every event, and he's right over there. He didn't leave. And Philip, stand up, because we want to thank you for all that you've done and how you've helped us with this. And then our maintenance and operations team, led by Anthony Pipkins. I want you to know that as a school district, we're very fortunate to have people who, I have to tell you, do everything possible to make you feel comfortable, but they anticipate your needs, and they do everything and go out of their way to make every event a success and make you feel like it's the only event that's happening, which it's not. And they are just sensational. So thank you, Anthony Pipkins, and thank you for your teamwork, and thank you for what your team does. I'd also like to thank who collaborates with him, and they are very successful. David Bell, Moises Montaneo, Jose, Paul, Ross, Robert, and custodians and the support staff for everything they do, because they truly keep all of our buildings. Everybody that I bring from any place in this country, when they come to our schools, they say, these buildings look brand new. And it's because of the custodial and maintenance and operations team that they maintain those buildings, and they do everything possible to keep them as they are. There's a team of people called the Technology Innovation and Assessment Team. It's led by Glenn Legray. It's a new team in our district, but they have simply, shine brighter with excellence on purpose through this pandemic. And through each of them, we're all better users of technology, but they are present and available at every event. They come to my conference room repeatedly to help me, and I can't thank them enough. Thank you, Technology Innovation and Assessment. And then we have a communications and community engagement team led by Anna E. Velasco, and she truly is, I'm just going to say it. What's that? Do they still say that word, the bomb? Or she's dope or whatever? But she just, last night she was at work until like 11:30. Mr. Holguin was meeting with me up there, and we were watching some of these videos. But she has a little girl named Jimena, and she was born during the pandemic. And I was sitting in a room with her, and she was about to have that baby. And I thought, you need to leave, because I have delivered a couple of children, but I don't want to deliver a third. And I could just see her. It was about to happen. And she said, I've got a bag packed, Dr. Kedzor. I said, well, you need more than a bag. But she had the baby like a few days later. I can see it in people. So, it just happens. So I want to thank her and her child and her family, because they truly do give their life and their support to our district. But her team of Denise Figueroa, N.J. Cardenega, Damian Lopez, Andrew Nunez, Andrea Coyle, Danny Torres, and Carmine for assistance with photography, videography, programs, and presentations. Truly a memorable and just epic event tonight. Thank you. And then our facilities department that's led by Samar Alzavadi and John Nichols for the beautiful Performing Arts Center. We wouldn't be sitting here without the plans and Measure M. We want to thank our community for voting for Measure M, because that's why we have all these beautiful facilities, and you're going to continue to see more. But we want to thank them for what they do to work to make this happen. And y'all, I'm going to be done in just a minute, and then it's going to be over with. I'll tell you. You're going to be like those kids on the bus. They're coming to fix it, and you're going to be gone. So our professional development team and digital learning led by none other than Smiley Villavicencio. I want to thank you for Sarah Lemus, Curriculum Lab Specialist, for helping us with printing needs, and also your team for subbing this year and also supporting every event. Thank you very much. And purchasing and warehouse, is Tanisha Grattan here tonight? I saw her earlier. Is she still here? Hate that. Well, anyway, she and her team for deliveries and purchases, because without them, things don't get delivered, people don't get stuff, and sometimes they blame them, but, you know, there's shortages all over the country. Is Dr. Broomfield here? Where is she? So Dr. Broomfield is graduating with her doctorate this weekend. But to illustrate what happened, the school that she's graduating from, she ordered her doctoral robe and everything. Well, there's delivery problems all over the country, and guess what? She ordered it in time, but she can't get the robe. So guess what she did? She persevered, she adapted, she borrowed one from a friend, and she's going to graduate. Congratulations. And then we want to thank Cupcake and Espresso Bar for their catering. I want you to know their children attend Ridgecrest Elementary School. They are community people that are entrepreneurs that have Cupcake and Espresso Bar places and all over our district. And we should support them because they are truly community people that started something in our community that is unique to our community, and we're very proud to have them. And I just want to say again, I want to thank Human Resources. I don't do this enough because, you know, I'm running around all the time, and sometimes I think, are people down there working, you know, because I'm upstairs and all this stuff's happening, and then I'm coming around, but I don't really get to talk to them that much. And they look at me sometimes like, he is a real person, you know. And I just want to thank them again. And they're led by Dr. Verdi for organizing this event, so thank you again. And on behalf of the Board of Education, we want you to know how proud we are of you, because this district truly is achieving excellence on purpose and shining brighter because of each one of you. Never forget the mission, the vision, and the 11 commitments, because they truly do guide you. On a day when you forget them, look at them, because they will remind you of what's important, and know your why. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. We are so proud of all of you.